if like we could see, let's see what we see actually. Okay, so Zyflair definitely playing his Decidueye here. I know you've been playing a lot of Decidueye. You understand how he moves. Allister, Mewtwo, really strong. We'll probably see him with a lot of footsies, see what he can do to stuff, whatever approaches Decidueye's got here.
Nice jump back there from Zyflair. He really did an excellent job of just tricking Allister, making him think he was going to do one option, then backs off.
Let's see, like I said, Mewtwo's got some decent ground speed that he can kind of check Decidueye really well.
Tries to go for that Leaf Blade engage. Doesn't quite connect. So far, Allister with a nice little percent lead.
Yeah, percent lead. I think your mentality's still another game.
Oh, is it? I don't know what you're talking about, dude. Well, he's got he's got more health than the other guy. Is that better for you? More HP. Sorry, that's what I should be saying. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen.
See, so I'm wondering, with this matchup, like I said, with Mewtwo's ability to get in and out really quick, Decidueye's range, well, really good. Most of his attacks only really happen right in front of him, other than, you know, arrows, Magnemites, but anything Allister's in close, he can easily dash back if he's expecting it.
Wow!
Sucker Punch coming
so
in.
I initially thought, you know, hey, Zyflair, he's going to be doing a lot of tricky movement. He's just jumping around a lot. I thought he was kind of trying to be showy, but at the same time, you know, man, I think that puts his opponent, Allister, into a kind of mindset of, okay, you know, he's going to be jumping around. He's going to do an attack after he jumps, and then he wasn't expecting that sucker punch right afterwards.
Yeah, and that was a really good option there. Because, you know, I don't think we had seen a Sucker Punch come out at all that match.
Did that one Frenzy Plant do that much damage? I don't think it...
It was a crit. He had gone for J-Way, I believe.
That was a lot.
He was trying to cross up J-Way.
It was a lot of damage, but wow, he actually ducks right underneath it. Nice job. I gotta say, Zyflair's movement is pretty crisp right now. Does activate his burst here. He will get the burst. I think it will connect. No! Decidueye's burst not really that good.
It's pretty good, but he just managed to be far enough away when he jumped that he didn't have to worry so much, and it allowed him to dash in and kind of punish.
And I think this might actually take the stock. Oh, sorry, stock. Goodness gracious. Round, but it doesn't quite yet. Oh. Allister in a bit of a deficit here. He does go for that sweet homing attack and almost gets the kill. Frenzy Plant may not do it, and he'll equal out the rounds.
Yeah, the barrier option there was really good for him.
Yeah, definitely, to power through that Frenzy Plant. So Allister actually almost has burst up and running for himself. That's going to be a scary moment for Zyflair.
Yeah, that's something you don't see too often with Mewtwo being able to have their synergy burst online. So, you never know.
What is wrong with you? I love this man. He's awesome. Anyway, so Allister did do quite a chunk of change on to Zyflair here. He is having some trouble getting his burst up and running, and it looks like Zyflair is going to activate his own with that Jirachi buff. Raz, take us through what's going on, man. What's wrong with you? What are you looking? Raz is getting distracted by the. I gotta watch this, guys. I gotta watch this. Anyway, lots of damage coming out from Allister. He's gonna take a nice lead onto Zyflair here. No grab comes out from that burst exhaust, and he's gonna do a lot of damage, almost taking the round himself. Looks like, can Zyflair get more damage off from this?
Ooh, it's gonna be rough too, cause
Raz is waking out. Welcome back, Raz.
Sorry, I'm super engrossed. Okay, there we go.
All right, and he does try to shoot down a Magnemite. Poor Magnemite doesn't quite hit the mark. So much for being a marksman.
Oh, shut it.
What? What? This man. So, what do you feel like Allister did really good in that last match?
Allister just did a really good job of kind of spacing outside of Decidueye's range, especially up at close. Like, Decidueye is whiffing a lot of attacks.
Hello.
So, We're gonna see if he can kind of keep rolling with that. Like I said, he's doing really good options to just avoid Decidueye's range.
I feel like Zyflair, he does have some good combo setups, but I feel like he's dropping a lot more. He has great movement, but he's not getting the follow-ups that he really needs. And I feel like Mewtwo has a really big advantage in this matchup. I feel like Mewtwo is able to get a lot of damage off on Decidueye, Decidueye not having a lot of health, and then just capitalizing on a lot of punishes. You know, Decidueye can jump in the air, but man, you know, 2Y right there coming out, really going to stop him. Or not, 8Y, my apologies.
Yeah, and Allister kind of missing some setups, but managed to run that back there.
Are you okay today? All right, we are hopping into round number 2 here for Allister versus Zyflair. Nice little bit of projectiles coming out for Allister. He's going to try and find a way to keep himself going here, but still, Zyflair not giving him any leeway to keep running over him. Okay, so anyway, Zyflair getting a nice grab here, putting Allister into around half health for himself. And Zyflair doing a good job racking up some percents. He's not letting Allister run over him like he did in round 1. Allister getting a nice conversion onto the wall splat. He is going to activate his Togekiss to give himself some more speed and get more damage off of himself. Frenzy Plate does come out. It's going to put him in a really bad predicament. I feel like that might have been a misclick from himself. He will opt to go for the burst, and it will get snuffed out for himself. Nice berry to try and stop any kind of thing from Decidueye coming out, but the Durante buff will help him with that damage.
All right, sorry. We had a substitute in commentators.
It's all, it happens every once in a while, no worries. And now Allister, he has his burst, but he's not even going to use it. He says, meh,
doesn't even have to use it.
Yeah, and remember, by the way, joining me on co-commentary is Dibs. Dibs, what do you think of these matches so far?
This is really good. I've been watching it in the back there, and it seems like Allister kind of had a little trouble with Decidueye at first, and then all of a sudden he started using all the teleports and coming down on him, and it worked. It started working.
Now, remember, this is a 3 out of 5, so don't count Zyflair out just yet. It may take him a little bit of time to adapt to Allister's playstyle.
Yes, yes, right.
So we're getting on to a nice, beautiful Thalia beach. Darling, pass me the sunscreen.
We don't have any, sorry.
Dang it. Who goes to the beach anyway when you play poker? So, getting underway here, what do you feel like Zyflair has to do in order to really change things up and start getting his lead back, a 3-0 if he can make it against Allister?
His biggest thing to do will be air mix-up is what I believe. Since, you know, Decidueye is really good at the air mix-up and fake-outs and everything. I mean, he even has the move Sucker Punch.
So, I mean, and Sucker Punch being a new addition as well as Decidueye to DX, you know, there's a ton of power behind it. He does manage to get the crit, and man, that's the massive damage we're talking about when it comes to that move.
Damage. Didn't get it that time, though.
So do you feel like the mix-ups themselves, they really have to be more done in an aerial fashion, or?
Well, that's where it seems like Decidueye has his main mix-ups. It's because, I mean, with almost any of his combos, if you press R, he goes into his flying stance.
Right.
And then he can either attack, grab, or dodge again, and then go up to the other side.
Now, something that Zyflair can do here, he can opt to use his Screech attack, which would actually keep on that no support debuff for a little longer.
That is true. And has he used it once?
I have not seen him use it before, but this is the moment that I'm talking about. Big damage is going to come out for Allister. He actually doesn't take it, and he's going to use an option to use that speed.
Goes right into grab.
Yeah, beautiful job. He's going to snuff him out and take round number 1.
Very good.
What do you feel like was the really big pivotal moment in that change for that round?
And the last one?
Yeah.
Honestly, the last one, it just kind of went by too fast for me to really know when it went one way or the other.
Hey, no worries. Either way, nice Spirit Shackle coming out, doing a little bit more onto Allister.
See, this is what I meant when he needs to do his mix-up more. He kept jumping back and then attacking with something different instead of going for something right in Allister's face.
Yeah, Zyflair does do that a lot. He does have some interesting movement options that he likes to pursue, and I can't really blame him for that, you know?
Yeah.
He is doing a nice job. He does get the mix-up, pins him against the wall. Can he get anything else off of it?
Didn't
Not
do
quite.
it fast enough. There is actual combo that goes off of like 3 grabs.
Yeah, you have to, but it's a very, very difficult setup to do.
Yeah.
Nice job from Allister. He's getting a nice little bit of damage off, but it's still not quite enough. Something that I haven't noticed from Allister is he doesn't really use Hyper Beam very often.
Considering how dangerous that move is against you, it makes sense as to why he wouldn't. Allister likes to play safe. He likes to do his safe options more than anything.
Wow, and the barrier actually snuffing out the Frenzy Plant, giving him that 3-0 over Zyflair.
That is actually the exact same way that he won one of his last matches on their second round. On their second match.
Yeah, using that barrier play
Yep.
to really dig in, stop that Frenzy